lot of damage.
The storm destroyed Stazel's roof and a carport. She's not sure she can ever move back, but she's thankful she's alive.
To look at it, you'd think, you know, there would have been some deaths somewhere, but we were lucky. You just got to thank God for that.
A sentiment shared by many who witnessed this twister firsthand and will live another day to tell about it.
I wanted to live. I got a 5-month-old baby, and I just wanted to be, you know, I wanted to live to be with him.
E-Town police say they have no reports of injuries, deaths, or anyone missing. They are patrolling the affected neighborhoods tonight to keep looters out. Meantime, Hardin County Red Cross officials are helping those displaced people. Vicki, they'll be back in E-Town tomorrow to give those people meals.
Boy, looking at that damage, it's unbelievable no one was really hurt badly.
Pretty amazing. They did get a lot of warning about 15 minutes.
So the sirens went off and they heard it just like they're supposed to, not like it happened in Evansville.
That's right. They were able to seek shelter.
All right. Thanks, Mike. The storm damage wasn't limited to Hardin County. This is the damage to a local home in the 1700 block of Bowling Avenue in Louisville. As you can see, a tree crashed down on the corner of the home. We're told no one was hurt. LaRue County also took a hit with widespread reports of damage, including debris in the roadway and trees down throughout neighborhoods there. In Lincoln County in central Kentucky, authorities report 4 or 5 homes destroyed and 4 or 5 others damaged near the town of McKinney. But so far, no reports of any serious injuries associated with these storms. At Last Word, LG&E reported about 5,000 customers without power because of the storms. We're told many of the outages are in the Prospect area in the eastern part of the county. It's hoped that most will have power restored by late tonight. Chief Meteorologist Jay Cardosi kept you updated on the severe storms throughout the day. Now that they've moved through, some light rain has moved in. He has our first check of the weather for the overnight and into your morning commute. What do you say, Jay? We hit the school roads tomorrow morning. What's it going to be like?
Yeah, Vicki, everybody heading back to school. A few schools in session today, and unfortunately, even in areas that saw the tornadic weather, we had some kids in the schools. So again, very, very fortunate with no injuries. For tomorrow morning, as everybody else heads back to school, it's going to be cool, it's going to be damp, but the good news, the severe weather we had earlier is gone, long gone, will not be returning anytime soon. Here's live Super Doppler 32 radar. Pretty much a clean sweep. The exception, a little bit of spotty light rain in Meade County, as well as in Hardin County near Radcliffe, down to near Hodgenville as well in LaRue County. By the way, in the Hodgenville area in southern LaRue County, a lot of damage was reported. We do think it was a tornado. National Weather Service officials will be doing their assessment throughout the day tomorrow. As you can see elsewhere, pretty much drying up, but there will be a chance for a little bit of drizzle overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Matter of fact, tomorrow morning, your morning commute, heading back to school, weather conditions, well, cloudy, breezy, cooler, typical January morning on the way, some spotty drizzle. The good news, though, Vicki, temperatures will be well above freezing, so just damp roads in a few spots. We're not expecting any icy travel. Some good news there. More on the cool weather heading our way. If anything, it's going to get a little bit colder by the end of the work week. Vicki, that's 7 days coming up for you in just a few minutes.
All right, Jay. 6 years ago tomorrow, hundreds of people in Owensboro were devastated by a winter tornado. The twister flattened more than 100 homes and damaged countless others. No one died, but damage was estimated at $70 million. The National Weather Service praised Owensboro for how well it used its emergency sirens. Those sirens sounded before the tornado touched down and is credited with saving lives that day. Disappointment today in U of L football's first appearance in the January bowl game in 15 years. The Cards couldn't hold on to the lead against Virginia Tech, losing
storms in our area. Good evening to you. I'm Rick Van.
And I'm Vicki George. Power is slowly returning to parts of Hardin County hit hard by yesterday's tornado.
And that storm, of course, you know, damaged nearly 30 buildings along US 31W between Elizabethtown and Radcliffe. As Mike Pachinik reports in tonight's big story, some people are refusing to leave their damaged homes while others are seeking shelter.
Cleanup crews here in Hardin County certainly still have their work cut out for them. Plenty of rubble here in this street after that tornado. And while many people are still homeless tonight, some, very few, have gotten to go home.
It blew out the windows.
And left parts of Gerald and Mary Deaver's home in shambles.
It came outside and came all the way through. It was stuck out here.
The pair hid under this workbench as the storm passed over. They slept here Monday night with no lights, no heat, and against police orders.
We had our battery-powered TV.
By Tuesday afternoon, crews restored their electricity.
I said, thank you, Jesus.
We're here. You know, we survived it.
But just up the street, Jeff Cotter's home, still in the dark late Tuesday,
The police and fire department came and told us we had to get out. I said, nah, this is my house. This is my house. I ain't going nowhere.
Cotter's fireplace is keeping him warm, but thoughts of the storm still make him shudder.
I come from the Northeast. We get blizzards and nor'easters and hurricanes and stuff. Never had a tornado before, and I don't want to see another one.
The twister tossed his sheds like a breeze might paper cups.
It went real fast, and it took everything with it.
Cotter's neighbor Mitchell Knapp also lost power, but it was too cold for his family to stay home, so he's staying at this hotel on the Red Cross's dime.
I'd like to get back in my house, lay in my bed, instead of being here.
Knapp says the storm only busted out a few windows at his house, but he says it didn't bust his family's spirit.
Yeah, we got lucky compared to everybody else around there.
Insurance adjusters paid visits to that neighborhood today, and they will be back there tomorrow. Guys, I talked to several people today. They say they will get money to fix some of those homes.
What a mess there. The damage looks pretty bad. Any estimates on how much it's going to be?
Well, the EMA director says it's still very early on, but right now they're looking possibly actually millions of dollars, because as we mentioned, there are about 29 homes badly damaged there.
And Mike, a lot of people are saying that those emergency sirens helped save a lot of lives in that area. Of course, no one was killed. What are officials saying about
Well, they're saying they have about 30 of those sirens throughout the county, and they're saying those, coupled with the early warning and the fact that a lot of people just weren't home when that storm hit, actually saved a lot of lives.
That's good. All right, thanks, Mike.
The good news. A store clerk and a young family are lucky to be alive tonight after a tornado ripped about an Elizabethtown convenience store. Amber Loving was working as a fill-in clerk at the Junior Food Store on Dixie Highway when a tornado headed straight for her store. When the power and phone went out and she saw flying debris, she took a couple and their 2 young children to the store's bathroom to ride out the storm.
I looked up for some reason. I don't know why I looked up, but I looked up and I was wondering why I could see the sky. And I felt the rain on me, and I looked around, and I was like, there was no store left.
Yesterday was a harrowing day for all of us. I'm glad Amber's okay. I'm glad nobody's gotten hurt. So I'm proud of her. I really am.
Despite the traumatic event, Loving was back at work today at her usual workplace, the Radcliffe Junior Food Store on Lincoln Trail.
And we've had several questions about the status of schools in Hardin County. Schools were closed today, but officials tell us that all Hardin County schools will be open tomorrow at their regular times.